Alright, yeah, we are in with some Paradox Storm in Standard. We did lose the die roll, so we're on the play. This hand is a fair hand, actually. We've got a turn 1 Renegade map, turn 2 Prophetic Prism, turn 3 Manolith. Yeah, we can keep this. Let me just, I believe there should be a way. I'm not quite sure, actually. Anyway, our opponent leads off with an island and passes. We get a reverse engineer. So we're going to go with an island and then we're going to play our renegade map. And we're going to pass the turn. There should be a way. Show preview pane. There we go. Sit this down over here. And then you get a nice little preview of anything that I play. Blue, white. Could be control then, possibly. Ends his turn. I'm going to minimize this slightly for the sake... Oops. Apparently I can't get rid of that white spot. For the sake of seeing what step it is right at the end there. It seems kind of important. Alright, we're actually going to crack the Renegade map now, just to thin out our deck a little bit of lands. We don't need as many lands as we've got right now at this moment in time, so we can go grab... Doesn't really matter. I think we'll go grab a mountain anyway. Draw step, we get a Pyramid of the Pantheon. So we can go either Prophetic Prism or Pyramid. If we went Pyramid this turn, tap, do nothing without other mana, but next turn we have 3 mana. We can tap 2, generate 1, third mana, generates the other 4. Prophetic Prism, yeah, that seems about right. Okay. So we'll get Prophetic Prism down next turn and a counter on our Pantheon. Okay, we're off to a good enough start, I'd say. Opponent end step cycles a Censor. Okay, well now we know we have to play around that. To whatever extent we care anyway. He's just going to pass. Okay. And we get an Ether Hub. Alright, let's go Inventor's Fair. And then we will add blue to our mana. And then see if he's got a Censor. At the very least, we've actually managed to get a counter on our Pyramid, which means we can generate 3 mana off of it. Okay, so we draw a card off of our Prism. We get a Hedron Archive. Alrighty then, I've just noticed. I apologise, guys. Really professional right here. I'm actually cutting off the thing on my recording. There we go. Right. Pass the turn. I can stick it up here for now, actually. How about that? Cycles a cast out. Okay. I do believe that this is blue-white, what's it called? Approach. It's the indication I'm getting. There's a lot of cycling stuff, so that once he casts his approach, he can actually cycle his way to the second one and win the game off of that cast trigger, which would be unfortunate for us. I think it goes without saying. Okay, so we can go... You might see a counter here, actually, but... We're doing it anyway. We can go with our Manolith, pay 1 to generate mana. Ooh, that taps us out completely. Otherwise, we can go 1, 2, 3, leave open mana. Manolith plus Inventor's Fair gets the Pyramid counter. Yeah, that's just a little bit better. Okay, Manolith. Let's play us around Censor this way around. And we'll pass the turn. Put a counter on our Pyramid next turn, on his end step anyway. Cycles another cast out. So I would love at least a Supreme Will like he's got. He's going to go with the secondary ability, look for his win condition or counters. I would at least like my own version of that, so that I can counter his approach the first time, because I can't counter it the second time. Because the second time he only has to cast it to win. So if I could have a counter open to either resolve my combo or counter his win condition, then I'd be really happy. Okay, we're going to add some mana, get a counter on the pyramid, and then empty our mana pool. We gain 1 life off of the Inventor Sphere. It's going to auto-yield to that, so that I don't have to wait on it anymore. Just saves us a little bit of our clock, which we are already a little bit behind, as is the issue from doing YouTube content. You end up rambling a little bit. Okay, Mountain. And I guess we'll just go with the Hedron Archive. Yeah, we might as well. Hedron Archive. It's 2 extra mana. If we ever draw our win condition, our Paradox Engine, we could be doing a lot of fun things. We can, right now, reverse engineer. What does that do for us, though? It keeps us from doing our pyramid, right? Because we use the improvise. We tap, pay 2, that's 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we draw 3 cards. But we don't have any mana left open. I think I'm just going to pass. Get this 3rd counter on the pyramid, and then we can add 3 mana to our mana pool then. I don't think his deck is running Bounce. Could be wrong about that. He's going to go Illumination, draw 2 cards. Okay. Blighted Cataract. So really hoping for a Paradox Engine here. He passes. Blighted Cataract can be used to draw cards. So we gain 1 life. We get another Inventor Sphere. Right, well, we'll play our Ether Hub. We can pay 2 to get the 3rd counter. And then we've got 1, 5, 6, 7 mana left open. Okay, so let's do that. Get the counter on the pyramid. Next turn, it will generate us 3 mana. Let's reverse engineer. Tap for colorless. Pay that blue. Inventor Sphere. And 2 more. Draw 3 cards. Find an implement. Okay, I think I'm going to pyramid. And then implement. Yeah. And now we can stick a counter on this pyramid as well. Okay, we really need to find our win condition. We could, with the Inventor Sphere, find it, but we're not actually doing anything off of it right now, which is unfortunate. We can, of course, sack the Hedron Archive to draw 2 cards. Passes his turn. Right, let's stick a counter. In fact, let's sacrifice this implement. Gain 2 life and draw a card. We get cut to ribbons. Okay. Not bad. Let's see what we draw first. Another implement. He's got counters open right now, which is the only issue. So I guess we Inventor Sphere. Maybe not. We might actually want to use that Inventor Sphere. So Ether Hub, implement. Crack the implement. Gain 2 life, draw a card. Life is irrelevant in this matchup, I'm almost certain of it. Paradox Engine. There it is. We need to wait for him to tap out, though. If he taps out for his Approach of the Second Sun, then he'll let us tap out for our Paradox Engine. And in which event we could maybe win, because Inventor Sphere can go get the Oracle. So let's pass the turn. Here comes approach. Yep. We let that go. And we try win next turn. So he passes. We're going to tap, stick a counter on there. And do we want to go for the Oracle now with our mana? I think we will. I think we'll crack the Inventor's Fair. Go grab the Oracle, which is Oracle's Vault. There it is. And pass the turn to us. We draw a Manolith. Manolith's good. Okay, Inventor's Fair maybe? Well, we'll tap all of our mana first and foremost. And add some white with our colourless. Then we'll play Paradox Engine. And sure, why not? We'll play the Inventor's Fair. Oracle's Vault. Tap, tap, tap. Untaps all of our mana rocks. So we've just generated mana and got the Oracle's Vault down. So red. Exile a card. Pay the red. Play 2. Play blue. Play black. Manolith. Tap our colourless. Untaps everything. Generates mana. Then we will tap all of our stuff again. Red, black, pay 2 of the blue to get a free card. I should move all of this stuff because this is what we're going to be untapping with. Generate white, play Prophetic Prism. Untap everything, draw a card. There's no actual nice place for this anymore. Right, we just need to find something to target cut with, which is one of our birds. So let's just keep digging. Play 2, Prophetic Prism. Actually, we won't cast that just yet. We'll generate some mana. Red mana, black mana, blue mana, prism, colourless mana. Untaps that. Now everything off of the Oracle's Vault now is free. Draw a card with the prism. Reverse engineer. Blue, blue, red, red. Gotta be quick with this. Let's go Renegade map. Untap everything. Make that free. Get another Renegade map. Tap. Blue, blue, red, black, Renegade map. Tap everything. Get a free card. We get a Reverse Engineer. Black, black, red, red. Doesn't really matter at this point. Reverse Engineer. Cast it. I said cast it. Thank you. Draw 3 cards. Still missing it. Okay. Free card. Another Paradox Engine. Just going to untap it at this point. We've got enough mana to win, so just going to preserve time the best we can. Let's go like so. Manolith. Untap it. Exile the top card. It's another Hedron Archive. Crack our Hedron Archive to draw cards. Implement. Play the Hedron Archive. Use it to draw some cards. Come on. Supreme Will. Look for our bird. Glintnest Crane, there we go. Any order. Glintnest Crane. Tap blue. Tap red. Pay the blue. Resolve a Glintnest Crane. We're going to have to work a little bit quicker in the next match. We whiff on that, but it is largely irrelevant because we cut our Glintnest Crane. And then we cast Ribbons from the graveyard. And then tap all of our mana until it hits 27. And win. There we go. Done. Aftermath for 29. And we win. Alright, let's go to sideboard, shall we? We're going to have to find a nice home for this preview window at some point. So, we need to get rid of some cards for our counter spells. Our opponent's likely to bring in a lot of counters as well. We need to be able to counter approach, so all of those are going to be quite nice. As for what we cut, let's cut one. Cut to ribbons. We're going to need the Glintnest Cranes to target because he's not really going to be running any creatures. One Reverse Engineer can go. One Hedron Archive, I guess. And let's just trim the implements out, I think. Yeah, something like that looks good to me. Alright, let's go back. Alright, we're on the draw again. We got 3 lands. We got a Supreme Will to look for stuff, Prophetic Prism to draw some cards, Reverse Engineer to draw some cards, and a Metallic Rebuke to counter as well. Our opponent leads off with the Plains. Right, it's time to work fast. So if we don't win this, we might be in trouble. Right, Pyramid of the Pantheon. Pass the turn. Opponent plays Plains and an Island. They know what to expect now, so we are just going to go Ether Hub, and we're going to pass because he might have a Censor, and I wouldn't mind getting this Prophetic Prism to resolve. He's just going to cycle the Censor, so he did have it. We get to still put a counter on the Pyramid, so it's not the end of the world. Irrigated Farmland, and passes. Let's add a counter, doesn't matter what colour. Say OK. Now we go Ether Hub. And we can actually play the Pyramid for colourless. Then we can pay 2 to put a counter on the Pyramid, adding mana that way. Yeah. Just keep putting mana into that Pyramid. Right, add some white. If we get another land, we can move the old stuff over. Right, let's go Prophetic Prism. Try and draw a card. Get an island, nice. So we're gonna have Pyramid ready to go. Prairie Stream. Is this a cast out? Regal Caracal. Okay. We are going to rebuke that. We're going to go... Can we... 1, 2... Yes, we can. We can go 1, 2, add blue, Metallic Rebuke, pay the blue, tap the other 2. Oops. Tap for colourless, tap for colourless, counter your creature. So he's going for a more creature-focused matchup now. Come on, something good. Renegade map. Renegade map's not something good. Okay, well, map. And... 1, 2... Let's just pass. Another land. Gideon is going to get negated. So we will add blue, negate. If he goes to another main phase, which it looks like he's going to, I'm just going to add a counter onto this Pyramid. And he passes. Should have maybe Supreme Willed there, but I like the counter option. Reverse Engineer. Blue, blue, blue. Tap. Tap. Get a Glintless Crane. So we'll add a counter to our pyramid. We'll Glintless Crane, looking for some artifacts. Want this Paradox Engine. We just get another Renegade map, unfortunately. And so we might as well play it. Got Dispel open, but that's about it. Hopefully he doesn't play another Gideon. He's just going to go with a Sphinx of the Final Word. Oh dear. Okay. Gonna have to win without counters now. Sphinx of the Final Word. Very nasty. Prophetic Prism. Okay. So let's play the Prophetic Prism. Draw a card. It's another Glintless Crane. Add blue. Get a Paradox Engine. We can resolve the Paradox Engine. At the very least. Pass the turn. Supreme Will might be able to allow us to combo off next turn as long as the Paradox Engine sticks around. Like to think there's a good chance that'll happen. We're just going to let that go. Okay. Gain some life. We can get the Oracle with the Inventor's Fair as well. I'm going to get rid of this upkeep stop. I'm sure that's cost us some minutes. Another Renegade map. Let's go Supreme Will. Pay the blue. Add blue. And another blue. Untaps everything. Hedron Archive is pretty good. So, blue, blue, Hedron Archive. Tap the Hedron Archive to draw some cards. Let's go blue, red, go hunting for our Oracle. Oracle's Vault. Play our land for the turn. Play Oracle's Vault with counter backup. Add red, add black. Tap the Oracle's Vault. We get... I'm going to have to get rid of this preview pane, guys. We get a Paradox Engine. Okay. Let's Renegade Map to untap all of our stuff. Blue, blue, Oracle's Vault. We really need to hit something good. Don't want to whiff now. And Implement allows us for another untap. And also a sacrifice for a card draw. So, white, red, tap that for the white, draw a card, get an island, oh god. Okay. Oracle's Vault hits Reverse Engineer, fantastic, alright. That should hopefully seal the deal. I'm assuming that our opponent doesn't actually have counters left because he's not countering any of this. He might just be waiting for the actual win condition, cut to ribbons, but we've got 3 counters, so we'll win the war there as long as we leave enough mana open. Okay, get some Glintless Cranes. Yet again, going to ensure that we hit forever. Renegade map untaps everything. Let's go black, go red, get a free card. Our free card is Hedron Archive. Cast the Hedron Archive. I think our opponent's hoping we'll time out at this point, but we won't. We got a Whir of Invention as well. Not sure what Whir of Invention gets us just yet, but let's make sure we've got enough blue to use those counter spells. Hits a land, that's a whiff. It's alright, we've got Glintnest Cranes to keep going. We've got protection from a fair few whiffs here. Hit another Paradox Engine, that's another protection from a whiff. Free card is Pyramid of the Pantheon. Generates us more mana. Cast the Pyramid. Get a free card. Free card is Prophetic Prism. Black, red. Resolve that, draw a card. Hedron Archive. I'm not even going to bother tapping that other pyramid. There's just no need. It's a waste of time at this point. Just need to find our cut to ribbons and we win. In the next 5 minutes. Tap, tap. Play Glintnest Crane. We'll crack both of these Hedron Archives as well. I think we've generated enough mana for them to be worth it. Got a Manolith. Draw some cards. There's a cut to ribbons. So we've got 3 counters. Our opponent's got 3 cards in hand. We've got plenty of blue. Let's just make absolutely sure. Cut to ribbons on one of our Glintnest Cranes. Oh god, it can't be countered, can it? That's the thing. He's going to make us dig again if this doesn't resolve. Didn't think about that, actually. Black, red, get a free card. We're going to have to go find our other cut to ribbons as well if this one gets countered. So let's just make sure. That goes to 20. Opponent counters. Yep. Okay. We go hunting for another. Because we actually can't counter with the Sphinx on the board. Our opponent's going for the timeout plan. May very well get it. Who knows? There's another cut to ribbons. Does he have another counter? Let's generate some mana. I bet you guys are screaming at me then going, no, you don't have infinite, you don't counter. You can't do that. I'd understand if you did. There we go. Let's go in for 21 this time. Oh, we have to pay our black. Done. 22 this time. Do you have a counter? And we win. Alright. Oh, we nearly timed out, but we got there. Alright, guys. Let's go on to game number 2. See you there.